Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Joe, aka Cap,
I'm Dom, not Mysterio.
Got Dash.
And I'm Francis.
and this is The Push
After
at
hours.
Night.
Din, 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 din.
That's right. We haven't done one of these late night streams in a while. Because we're all old.
Oh my god, guys. Idea.
Oh,
Merch
oh.
drop. One day we're gonna get like one of our t-shirts and it's gonna say push after hours in neon writing. And we'll get Terrence Trent D'Arby to fucking push it on his Twitter. I'm sure he likes wrestling.
I don't know that we want to put push after hours on on a t-shirt.
Nah, they'll get it. They'll get it. It's like,
like
oh yeah,
Scott.
no.
They'll get something. I feel like I feel like they may misconstrue that message. A message that they won't construe is this quick announcement that I have before we get started with the evening's festivities. Warriors of Wrestling on April 5th are hosting their Hostile Takeover show on Staten Island, New York. And we are going to be there. That's right, the Push is going to Hostile Takeover. We want to thank Warriors of Wrestling for letting us attend the show. We're going to have a table there, so if you like us and you watch the show and you're like, hey, these guys are pretty cool, I kind of want to hang out with them. Or if you don't like us and you sit there and you think, hey, these guys are idiots, I kind of want to punch one of them in the face. Well, come
Now's
down
your
regardless.
chance.
Yeah.
Now's your
Francis will be
chance.
there, so there you go.
So be sure to head
I
on
will-
down to Hostile Takeover Warrior Wrestling show on April 5th in Staten Island, New York.
And if you do
And
want to fight me,
once they
I'm
head
not
on-
really into violence, but I will fight you in the men's room.
And Francis just might fight you in the men's room.
Not the parking lot, not the ring, because I'm not trained yet. The men's room, as God intended it.
All right. And now that we have delivered that exciting and vaguely threatening news, let's talk about some actual news. Let's talk about the big story this week, and that is John Cena.
Making his
Finally.
first appearance post-heel
Finally.
turn.
I still don't know what you guys are talking about. I just saw a floating microphone in the ring.
He is so pissed about that.
Okay.
He is so. You know what, Captain? Say your piece.
Yeah, so where do I begin with this? So they did start the night with the in-ring segment with John Cena, basically saying for the past 15 years he has been in a toxic relationship with the WWE universe. You know, he did the classic thing of it's our fault. It's our fault.
I
that,
did nothing wrong. It's all you.
You know, I did nothing wrong. I have been abused by you, and then committed the worst sin of all. He made a little boy cry.
He literally did the meme of Cena
Pointed
saying
to
"fuck
one
them kids."
random German child and
Belgium.
said, "Screw
Belgium.
that kid in particular." Like, So yeah.
But one thing I noticed with this promo too, did any of you guys notice that they let Cena say everything he wanted to say before Cody Rhodes got to the ring? Once Cody got in the ring, Cena didn't say a single fucking word.
Yeah.
Did y'all notice
You
that?
think he's? Yeah, I think he's saving up for something scathing on
Nah,
Cody.
they're fucking protecting Cody from getting roasted week 1 of the feud.
Yeah, they can still save up for Cena saying something absolutely fucked.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like they don't want fucking
Yeah.
Cena talking to him because he's just gonna fucking end Cody's entire career with one sentence.
Yeah, I saw a meme on TikTok that said like, Cody calls Cena a bitch and then runs away while Kingdom blasts in the background.
Basically.
It was that.
Bitch!
So there have been some mixed feelings about this about this promo. Well, maybe not mixed feelings. Maybe I'm the one with the mixed feeling on it. But
Yeah, it's not WrestleMania season unless Cap has a take that's absolutely ass backwards. Oh, hey, Cap, I didn't see you there.
all right, all right. Let's. So I guess I'll just start it off.
Uh-huh.
All right. Formatting wise, the segment was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did we
It was
really need
great.
a half-hour promo
Everything.
to start off Raw? No, but whatever.
Yeah, format wise, everything was fine. It was great. You know, John Cena rarely gives bad promos. Like, you know, from a formula standpoint, he rarely does. I hated the messaging. I hated it. I hated it because it feels like something I have heard 10,000 times before. We have waited 15 years for a John Cena heel turn, and what do? You come out in jean shorts still because that was part of his thing as well. You get nothing. As you know, he incited us, and you know, I had to sit there and think to myself, wow, a 48-year-old man in jean shorts is yelling at me, telling me what I deserve, telling me, oh, all I've done is take and take and take and all you, and I have given nothing to him in return. That's right, folks, we have given nothing to John Cena in return. You know, despite millions of dollars, fame worldwide, put him on the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling, given him an army of children that would kill at his own, at his very command. Yeah, we've done absolutely nothing for him. Named him the goat himself, and actually, when we say it with him, we actually mean it. And what does he do? He comes out oozing insecurity, oozing about we didn't kiss his ass hard enough, I guess. You know, we didn't cheer him enough. We didn't, you know, worship him like a deity enough. You know, at some point, and maybe this was the point of the segment. I was hearing it, and I'm just like, bro, shut the hell up. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. Nobody cares. You're a billionaire off of us. Stop telling us that we're the toxic one. So, you know what? It like maybe I am speaking like a scorned fan.
No.
Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I am like a scorned fan.
I
But
wouldn't
the
go that far.
reality is But the reality is, man, and Michael Cole said it best. How did we go from the guy who we have called the GOAT? And when we call this dude the GOAT, because I know people say the GOAT a lot about a million different things, we genuinely believe it with this guy. And how did we go from that to this, like, whiny, entitled, midlife crisis having prick?
I mean,
I will now open the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you for the most part, Cap. I wasn't thrilled with the promo that he delivered. Like, it was a good delivery. Like, I'm with you. He cut the promo well. It's just the promo itself was not great. It was like a generic.
It's theming right now.
Huh? Yeah, I know. Francis is like losing his mind.
Just theming, getting mad at all of us and all you two right now.
But so, like, for me, it was a generic vanilla promo cut by John Cena. So that's what it felt like to me, because it was like every babyface turned heel cuts that exact same promo. It's not my fault; it's yours. So, I think they could have came up with something a little better than that, but you know, it is what it is.
And you know what? Another thing I will just add is, congratulations, John. Every single feud that you've had for the past 15 years, every single one of them that told us that you are nothing more than a selfish, greedy, whiny, it's all about me little punk. Congratulations, every single one of them was completely and 100% correct. Including the guy you sold your soul to, by the way. That includes him.
Yeah. I mean, like I said,
All
it
right.
was. I'm not gonna lie. I did laugh my ass off when he was like, especially that kid right there. I was like, damn, wow, he called him out.
Yeah,
Right.
that was just messed up. That poor little kid looked like he was gonna sob.
I know that was funny as fuck.
You just made a supervillain that night.
Dude, I was
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
cracking up.
Okay,
Oh
all right.
god, I felt
So
terrible.
let me
Hold on,
chime in
Kat.
here, and let me add to the fire that's steaming in Francis' skull right now, and
Francis is about
continue
to
this
say something.
onslaught. It was very interesting takes. Cap went on more of a fan base type take of dislike. Dom went more on the dislike that I'm about to go hit, but a little bit different. Um, this is my Scott Bash's 3Bs. His promo was boring, basic, and bitter. There was nothing special about it. There was nothing different about it. I understand he cut that in his promo saying we don't get any change, but you've been in the business for 20 years. You couldn't have changed a little bit up. Not nothing, not anything was different. This was like the lines he did was very like
Generic.
it was still PG era Cena. Cena, he just added one or two curse words. There was no difference.
Francis
I
is
don't
about
have
to
to
have an
say this. I can
aneurysm.
say this. I can say this outside of a fan point because I was always a
CM
fan
Punk.
of him, but I expected a lot more from somebody who's been in here this long, and he gave us something that honestly was it was hard to look at. It could be the effects of joining up with The Rock because he has that effect too. But thank you, Cody Rhodes, for coming out because you kind of saved that entire promo by coming out and putting out your line.
I'm not gonna say that he saved it. I will definitely say that he enhanced it. I will definitely say that. Um, and and here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. John Cena was the ultimate babyface. He was the ultimate babyface. So when that guy turns heel, you expect this like Thanos level dark aura, dark side and Thanos got together, made a baby type supervillain. And all we got was a whiny dude from a whiny upper class dude.
So
Like
Batman.
that's all we got. That's
Um,
what we
Alright.
got.
can we let
Hold on.
Francis talk?
Francis,
Because I think he's
before you
about to have
get
a
an
fucking
ulcer,
aneurysm.
yeah, before you grow an ulcer, why don't you tell us what you got to say, Francis? Oh my god!
I can't. I can't look at it.
Oh my god! Guys, we might have
I've
broken.
never, we've never seen Francis like this during the push, guys. This
I've never
is
seen
different.
Francis like this, period.
I've never seen Francis look like this before. Oh shit. Okay.
Is there anything else you gentlemen would like to add?
Give it to us.
No, that's
We
why
all
we
just
said
like it.
before you get an ulcer, say what you have to say.
Dom, Dom, I can understand why. Yeah, it was very, very boring, stuff like that. But it was funny when he told that one kid in particular to go fuck himself. Yeah, yeah. Scott, you brought up a good point. Very could have gone on, like Dom said earlier. 30 minutes for an opening promo. Classic Raw. Thought we were behind that, but it's whatever. And then there's this motherfucker right here. Fucking goddamn Captain Gitakiss McDweebakiss himself. I just want you to know from me that everything you said, you just proved Cena exactly right. You fucking motherfucker. Oh, are you just gonna fucking? I'm not talking to Dom and Scott. I'm talking to this dweeb. Are we just gonna sit here and act like this guy didn't spend more than half of the 2010s getting booed out of the building just for doing his job because Vince was shoving him down everyone's throats? Are we just gonna forget the decade plus of Let's Go Cena? Cena sucks. trying to be the ultimate good guy, like everyone just craps all over it. We're just gonna conveniently forget about that. Oh well, the heel said a bunch of things that I didn't like. Yeah, that's called what being a heel is, you fucker. And you want to know what the thing is? I can actually get behind, like, okay, like, to be fair, yeah, there was some very vanilla moments in there. That I can get by, but then again, like Dom said earlier, they just started, so I'm sure he's going to be cooking with other stuff earlier. But if we're just going to sit here and act like everyone loved John Cena throughout his career, you are fired from breathing, Captain. Okay?
I liked them from day one.
I'm yelling at Cap right now, guys.
He bitch slapped Kurt Angle. How can't you like that?
That's
Called Big Show a gorilla.
That was thugonomics. We're talking peak Cena.
5 moves.
You're really gonna sit? Yeah. You just proved Cena completely right in his justification. He's like, oh, but what about me? What about with me, Cap?
I got you on this one. I got you on this one, Cap. I'll protect you on this one.
No, I don't need you for.
No, I know you don't. I know you don't. But I was ready for this type of complaint, this type of callback.
Before you do that, are you done?
Maybe.
You done? You got anything else?
Maybe.
All right.
Oh, I got one. I will allow you to retort.
All right, yeah, I can, because I can basically blow all of this up with one question.
Yeah, what's
Tom,
that?
is this what it's like not being in the argument?
Why was he entitled to an entire arena cheering for him?
Bro, tell me why I thought he was about to kick Francis.
Nah, we're in serious mode right now.
No, why? Tell me why he was entitled to an entire arena cheering for him. Yeah, he was the ultimate good guy. Congratulations. He was. And he was. He 100% was. I will not deny that.
Yeah.
Why was he entitled to an entire arena cheering for him?
That's not
when
what
he was battling The Rock, why was he entitled to having both The Rock's fans as well as his own? When he was battling CM Punk, why was he entitled to CM Punk's fans, including his own?
That's not what I said. You're changing the subject.
This entire thing points out to apparently we've owed him something. This entire time, that he is entitled to admiration this entire time. Yeah, I'm sorry. There was a moment where I was one of the people that said Cena sucks. I was 14 years old. I also thought that tap out shirts looked really good on me. So you know what?
You wore tap out shirts?
Yeah, I wore tap out shirts at 14 years old.
Cap, you're fired.
Yeah, see,
my own show. You can't fire me from it.
Too bad we just did. Too bad you wore tap out shirts. I win. No,
your argument is invalid.
You wore tap out shirts. I didn't. Get fucked.
All right,
Francis. I swear to God, if I come over your house right now and I find a tap out shirt in your closet, I'm putting you in a sharpshooter.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I have to use the bathroom.
Now, you can look through my entire closet if you want to.
I know a Christmas present coming for Francis this year.
Do I still have
tap out shirts for Christmas?
Just a bunch of tap out shirts.
If I wear the tap out shirt at Christmas, do I still get put in the sharpshooter?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck. Well, okay. More rage.
Anyway, no.
Anyway,
if you receive it, if you receive it as a gift at Christmas and wear it, I'll only put you in a figure 4.
Ah, that's fine. Continue, Cap.
My point to bringing it up. Opinions change. And I'm sorry to tell you, here's the truth. If you're going to sit there and call yourself the greatest of all time, well, guess what? Literally, whenever somebody has been called the greatest of all time, they have had people boo them. Tom Brady, the greatest of all time. How many people booed him?
Yeah.
Fine, even if you don't go with Tom Brady, Joe Montana.
Montana.
Greatest of all time. People booed him. Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time. People booed him.
That was because of his crappy baseball career, and you knew that.
I was so ready to fight you. I don't know why I thought you were going to say LeBron James. I was ready to fight you, but no, you're smart.
That was because of his crappy baseball career, and you know it, you fuck.
All of those people booed him because all of those people were booed. and they were considered the greatest of all time. So tell me,
Yeah, but Jordan
why
wasn't considered the greatest of all
them
time
to
at
have gotten
baseball.
booed, but
Yeah.
when it comes specifically to John Cena, he has just been owed for the past 15 years, apparently 100%.
Because he
admiration.
gave nonstop, regardless of your feelings of the guy. He was a company man through and through, and
Yes,
he still had.
He was. I don't take that away from him.
It
I
sounds
don't
like you're
take that
taking it
away
away
from
from him.
him. But you know what?
You want to know
I'm
what,
not gonna
Mikey?
say, I'm sorry. When a guy who is a multi-millionaire, when he's fucking world famous, when he has just an army of fans, of little children, and apparently Francis as well, who are willing to kill for him at the drop of a hat? No, I'm sorry. You're not going to get sympathy from me because, oh, some people said some mean things about you and came up with a bad joke that people are still talking about 15 years later.
You're proving the point. Like, oh man, you know what, John Cena? I am gonna be a fucking toxic boy because it's actually your fault. The
Am I the
gaslighting
toxic
is.
one, or is he the toxic one for
You
being
guys heard of
absent for
gaslighting?
like
This
5
is
years?
taplighting. Welcome
For
to the new
5
segment of the
years.
show.
He's been
Taplighting.
absent
He's
for 5 years. Tell me,
I'm
which one
sure-
of us is the toxic one? The one who's been here waiting for you to come back, or the one that's been ghosting you for 5 years straight? Coming
Is
back
it
when he
really
feels
ghosting
like
you if he has a freaking life outside of wrestling? Oh no, he didn't live up to my wrestling expectations. Shame.
No, he's got to go out to
shame,
Hollywood and try to be
shame.
like The Rock, and then immediately become a worse version of
He
it.
is not a worse version of The Rock. He does not play the
He's
same.
Nikki.
No. You are a coward wearing the mask of a revolutionary.
When does Seth
That's
Rollins
what
get
this all
involved?
comes down to. That's what this comes down to.
Okay, hold up. Francis, I'm gonna shoot you with the hardest comeback on hit that he wasn't appreciated bullshit. Because I'll do, not by quote, because I don't know exactly what he said, but a quote by CM Punk. When you change your shirt every 6 months and all you do is change the color scheme.
Yeah.
How about that for not appreciating him when everybody would buy the same fucking shirt, having
Over and over
15
again.
shirts,
Yeah.
all having the same fucking logo, just a different color? Where's that on the I'm not appreciated enough?
Okay, Scott, I'm actually gonna
Don't forget the matching armbands and headbands that everybody
And the
would wear
hats.
with
And the
it.
hats.
And the hat.
And
and the
that
wristbands.
each color, Francis.
And the
You wanna?
towels.
I don't even
And
know
the
how many
towels.
colors there are. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Scott, you know what? Actually, thank you for bringing that up because I am calm and I am in a more relaxed state of mind somewhat. And I will grant you, just you this much, this would have hit harder if he turned heel back then when Punk cut that promo on him. I will give you that much. If he
that
turned
would have been
heel,
great.
cut the
should've.
exact same promo back when we were still in the era of Let's Go Cena, Cena sucks, then yeah, it would have hit harder. But it still
When he called
hit.
them the New York Yankees.
I remember that promo. He
Would've
called a
also
Bostonite a Yankee.
Right.
Yeah.
It would have done nothing else but prove Punk being right this entire time.
Well, keep in mind,
He's always proven right.
Cena's been wanting to turn heel since 2006, but fucking Vince would never let him. This was a long time coming.
No, it was like 2012.
Yeah, do better. Because we want more. We expect more. We
You're
expect
proving
better.
him right. You just said we want more. You just said he was right. What is wrong with you?
We expect better. We expect better from a veteran. Not to be the same old fucking BS.
You.
I'm a
trying to
heel.
think of a-
All I did was give you a stern voice like I'm a older father disciplining their child, even though he'll never know what it is to have a child. His words. Like,
Okay,
Bro,
Jesus
I'm not
Christ.
quoting
he
that
straight
to
up
be
put
me.
on, he straight up put on
I'm
the
not-
Peacemaker voice.
I don't care how many children I need to get peace. How many children need to tell to go fuck themselves to get peace.
Francis is wait. Oh my God! Digit shot me in the head. Francis says we expected more. Who's the one that gave him the nickname Peacemaker Cena when he first turned heel during the podcast?
Did I say he was Peacemaker?
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
You branded him and wanted him to be someone totally different from what he is now.
Yes. Go and watch the
There we
video.
go.
By the way, all of you
No,
should
I'm not
Last week on the
denying.
push. If you want to see it, last week on the push, he said Peacemaker Cena.
Okay, I'm not denying that I gave him a nickname, but I thought it was something different than. No, I called him
Yeah,
Injustice
yeah.
Cena. I
Either
called him
way.
Injustice Cena.
Injustice.
Same
Same
difference.
thing. All right, there we go. There we go. Thanks for correcting me.
Oh god, I don't know. Hey, maybe
Yeah,
that's what
you don't. You
maybe they need to
fucker.
get the script writers from Peacemaker to write all of his promos down.
Nah, then it'll all be just gunshots and dick jokes. We need the guy who did.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Well, yeah, those are funny. But if he wants to be darker and edgier, we need the guy who did like. We need the guy who did Injustice. Yeah, have Injustice guy be a WWE writer. Then
I
we
don't
can
know,
have
man,
the
but
scene where he
the only
puts a
thing I'm
child in
saying-
the SDF.
The only thing I'm saying is, listen, if you're gonna sit there and say that we've been abusing you for 15 years while simultaneously making you rich beyond your wildest dreams off of, you know what, as Scott has said, somewhat lazy T-shirt designs.
I like some of them.
What do you mean some of them? They were all exactly the fucking
Either
same.
get-
What's your
There
favorite
There
color?
was a few. There was a
Right,
few.
get
I
back
like
to
the one
drawing
where it was
board
the
and start
AWA
coming out
logo.
looking like a roided out Billy Joe Armstrong, because this was not it.
Wait, what the fuck did you say about Billy Joe
I
Armstrong?
don't fucking know. I'm so lost right now.
You're too
All right,
busy
yeah,
laughing at me in a
we've gone
rage
off the
mode.
rails. Before Francis goes any harder, we need to switch the
Not
topic.
even that. Like we let's just agree to disagree here because there hasn't been any kind of progress. And
There was
it's-
progress.
and all
Oh,
it's
there was
so much
progress,
everyone-
fucking-
Let us know in the comments who do you agree with? Was it me? Was it Francis? Was it Dom? Was it Scott? Let us know in the comments. What did you think of the debut of heel Cena on Monday Night Raw?
Yeah.
All right. Regardless, he is. Regardless, you know, as we all know, he is out the door at the end of the year. But
Like another wrestler who we may be talking
there are
about
a
soon.
couple of people who are walking into the door. Hopefully, one of them is
So why are
more
they
like
walking? Is the door closed? That they walked into.
I mean, I
walking
walked
through.
You have to walk through the
into,
door.
oh my God, it's 10:40, and you're gonna be a grammar police. Jesus Christ!
I mean, to be fair, if the door was made of glass, he could have accidentally thought it was open and just walked into it. That happened to me once,
Anyway,
twice.
new wrestlers coming to the WWE. New wrestlers coming to the WWE. As we posted on our Instagram.
Which you should totally follow at the Push Wrestling.
Nice plug.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
God, it's so
somebody else-
weird. Why do you do that?
Oh, it's fun. For me, at least. And my brain
Yeah, it is.
chemicals.
This is fun too.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Ever
All right.
steal my
Who are those guys?
nobody steals my thing. Don't you ever steal my thing again?
I hope you stub your toe in the shower and slip on your own blood.
I hope this.
Oh, that was great. That was
Oh, that's a good one.
All right. Anyway, as we reported on our Instagram page, Jeff Cobb is potentially on his way to WWE. Francis, if you are done being pissed off at me, do you want to remind the audience who Jeff Cobb is?
Yeah, he's the guy Hope comes to your fucking house and hits you with a Samoan drop. I mean, Jeff Cobb is a New Japan Pro Wrestling talent currently competing in the New Japan Cup. He unfortunately did not manage to win the entire tourney, but he is competing in a mixed tag this weekend. And it's rumored that once he's done with the tournament altogether, he might be on his way to WWE. When that happens, we do not know. They didn't give the exact details of his contract over in New Japan.
So, unlike a few other, unfortunately, I don't get to follow a lot of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
It's tough.
However, Jeff Cobb is somebody that I am very familiar with, especially during his small stint at the beginning of AEW. So, and I'm going to say this, from the little bit that I have seen from Jeff Cobb, I am wildly impressed by this dude. This guy is a beast.
If you want me to reiterate what I said about him last time, imagine Brock in his prime but faster, or Taz in his prime but bigger. That's Jeff Cobb. You wouldn't expect a 290-pound Hawaiian man beast to be able to do a standing moonsault, but there he is. And he's a former Olympic powerlifter.
Yeah, so basically all of this to say the dude is an absolute animal.
He is an absolute unit if such a thing ever existed.
And the potential of him coming to WWE is incredibly interesting. So I'm going to open it up real quick. Guys, thoughts on Jeff Cobb potentially coming to WWE?
I've been a fan of Jeff Cobb's for a while, since way back when he was briefly part of Suzuki-gun back in 2017. It would be very, very, very interesting to see how he could throw it up with other wrestlers. Like, Scott, I remember a while you said you wanted more big men. Jeff Cobb is your guy. He's not exactly big in the height department, but God, is he stocky. He's like a refrigerator got impregnated by a grizzly bear. It's insane. Yeah, have fun
like
visualizing
Bronson Reed.
Like Bronson Reed, but more stocky instead
Beefier?
of thickness.
Yeah.
Beefier, yeah.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah.
And
That's crazy.
And on top of that, this dude is ruthless.
Yeah.
Don't also forget, not only Jeff Cobb, Ray Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix as well.
Ray Phoenix has already been making his presence known in the WWE.
That's true. There have also been some promos about potentially.
Is that what the 4 was?
Ray Phoenix as well.
It might.
No, dude, he's the American-made luchador. Duh.
Okay, so remember, Scott, remember last week where we did the bit about the
Bro,
Patriot?
I swear if that's true.
Dude,
all right.
They're already fucking teasing it. Like, the whole thing, everyone thinks it's Chad Gable that's going to wind up being Ray Phoenix.
That would be funny. That would be incredibly fun.
You think he would fit? You think he would fit into American Made?
Either that, or he's just a double agent.
No, he's like
going to
being
attack
paid
them.
off. Like Chad Gable's paying him off.
True. Anyway, guys, Phoenix Cobb coming to WWE. How do we feel about it?
It's good. It'll be nice to have both the Lucha Brothers back. I wouldn't necessarily put them into a tag team just yet. I do think that while they did,
don't do that again.
Yeah, they
don't do that again.
We
maybe
have enough
Penta,
luchador tag teams. We don't need more.
Maybe have Penta on Raw and Phoenix on SmackDown.
Yes,
or vice versa.
All right. Your thoughts on these guys coming?
Honestly, I'm excited for some fresh blood kind of thing, fresh faces. Especially, a face like Jeff Cobb, who's very new to the WWE universe. Like, a lot of people probably don't know who he is. Like, the casual wrestling fan probably doesn't know. I'm gonna be straight. I've never seen anything on this dude.
Oh, you'd love him.
No, I know. I have no way of watching New Japan, so I'm like.
That's fair.
More along the lines of. Excuse me. I'm excited to see what they do with him, and I'm glad it's not Vince booking anymore, because you and I both know that if Vince were in charge of the booking here, he would 100% fucking call him like Cobb Salad or like Corn on the Cob or some shit.
Not Corn on the Cob.
The Green Coblin. That's what he would make him. The Green Coblin.
No, he'll be a new version of the gobbledygooker called the Cobbledygooker.
Oh, fuck that!
That's terrible. All right. And what about Phoenix?
I mean, like the dude's a fucking beast. Like he can go for days. So, again, I have the same rules for Phoenix that I had for Penta. Please, for the love of God, don't feud him or put him in the LWO.
No.
Keep him far away from.
Keep him far away from. Like, if they want to have a match against Rey Mysterio and then move on, that's fine. But do not have him join the LWO, and do not have him join Legado del Fantasma.
You can't have both Mexicans run free. One of them's going to join Rey Mysterio. You know that it's going to happen.
No.
It's only going to happen.
The answer is no.
No, you know what? We're going to have... You know what we're going to have? We're going to have... Penta is going to join the Judgment Day. And then Finn Balor is going to leave and join the LWO.
That would make sure.
Dear God, no. No to all of it.
They were already talking about it. Dom wants to bring in Penta.
Listen, do you know what has... I will say, and I will piggyback off of that, though. You know what I think the biggest asset to Penta has been so far? Is the fact that he has not even looked in the direction of the LWO.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's going to join the Judgment Day
in their direction. He fought Rey Mysterio for a little while during the Royal Rumble, and that is it.
But that's what I'm saying. He's not joining the LWO. He's going to join the Judgment Day.
Being a mouthpiece for him, though. That's all I'm going to say.
Why?
You need to keep him away from... You need to keep Rey Fenix away from the LWO or those type of factions, because that's normally where most great lucha wrestlers go to die, is they automatically get put into a big group of other lucha wrestlers, and it just winds up nothing happening, and all of them wind up leaving. Just like
there is one other...
just like the Japanese death character. It's I'm telling you, it struck with Shinsuke. It's undefeated. And this is the same thing. Each groups have their own thing.
Well, part of the reason you and I love the Japanese death character that Shinsuke is doing right now is because, as we have both said multiple times, it's one big Bleach reference.
Yeah, I love those characters, but they just never succeed.
But anyway, there is another thing that you said, Dom, that I do wanna pinpoint as well, and it has to do with Jeff Cobb and the fact that a lot of, say, the casual audience wouldn't really wouldn't really know about Jeff.
I was gonna say it's not that they wouldn't be into him, because I'm pretty sure, from what I hear, I think everyone's gonna be into him. But it's gonna be more like they're not gonna know, like. They're going to do the same thing, like CFO is going to do the same thing they always do, and it's going to be Jeff Cobb, and they're just going to play some, like, trap
Blade
music
Trinity,
or something.
Blade Trinity,
and then he's going to, and people are just going to be like, huh?
Well, here's the thing, man, because I have felt that way about a couple of the newer guys that they've brought in. One big fear I had when Penta was coming to WWE is that, you know, the reactions weren't going to be as strong because they don't know who.
No,
the casual audience would have no idea who Penta is.
No, that they picked the right crowd for that one. I think everyone knew who the fuck Penta was in that crowd.
Another example, and you know, people may disagree. I was worried that a lot of the casual audience wasn't going to know who Jacob was. Like, Jacob Fatu wasn't necessarily a name that, like, a casual audience member would know about.
Yeah.
And right now, he is the most popular member of his family right now, next to Roman.
Well, that's the whole thing, is, like...
He's the most athletic.
It all depends on how they decide to go about it. That was the whole thing, because at the time, the Bloodline was adding so many members, so the internet was going nuts looking for, like, who else might join the WWE? Which other Fatu or, you know, Anoa'i or whatever would join the WWE?
I found out that Jacob has a brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's like a lot of people were on the internet looking at that. But, like, from what I've heard on the, seen on the internet, you telling me about Jeff Cobb today was the first I've heard about him coming to WWE. So there's not a lot of hype for him on the internet right now.
Well, he's not done with New Japan yet. But that's probably part of that.
That's my point. As of right now, there's no hype on, like, people being like, "Oh my God, he's coming to WWE." So people who don't know who he is would get excited. But you know, the time will come for that.
All right, yeah. Scott, your thoughts.
I couldn't really have much on this because I don't really know any of those wrestlers. Because, like Dom, I don't have a way to watch New Japan. But we don't normally get wrestlers from New Japan. We don't normally get wrestlers gravitating from New Japan to WWE often. So it's, and with Triple H obviously it's been years now, but obviously Triple H in charge. It's going to be good to see how they can do when it comes to that type of audience, because I feel like it's now more of a challenge to be in WWE, because it's no longer Vince liking you and forcing you to stay. It's, can you perform good enough to be on TV?
I do know Triple H does really like the international wrestlers.
Yes, he's a big fan of scouting everywhere.
Anyway.
Speaking of New Japan, changing it from one generational talent retiring to another, everyone's favorite Japanese hair metal dad wrestler Hiroshi Tanahashi will also be showing up at the New Japan Cup, continuing his farewell tour. The difference being that he didn't turn heel out of nowhere. Yeah, I know I'm backtracking, but I'm trying to keep it light on the stuff. And he is not going to be retiring at the end of the year, but rather at the beginning of next year at Wrestle Kingdom in January. He will be facing off against Satoshi Kojima for the first time and on an America tour. Not this weekend, but in the coming months.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't Tanahashi like run New Japan?
Yeah, he's Japanese Triple H. He's the president of the company.
Dope.
Yeah.
Oh, we look forward to hearing more about that. Hearing more about Tanahashi's retirement tour.
And to close things out on New Japan, I can't talk about it without bringing up Scott's boy, Gabe Kidd. He was a part of the New Japan Cup tournament, but unfortunately, he made it pretty far, but he lost last weekend, and he's out now. I believe it was against the current finalist, David Finlay. He lost to Finlay's kid. Yeah.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
To be fair, Finlay is like, I think he's like one of the top guys out there right now.
Yeah. Does he like to fight?
If he's like his dad, then yeah. He doesn't carry a shillelagh to the ring with him, though.
Fuck.
Yeah. So good with the bad.
How does he feel?
I love Finlay's theme. I love Finlay's theme music when he came back.
Yeah. My name.
It was so good.
And I love
the vibes. And then just the bagpipes. It was just great. It all went really well.
That was a pretty dope theme song, I'm not gonna lie. Was his brother Hornswoggle with him?
Was his brother Hornswoggle? You see, I don't know if the magic portal underneath the WWE ring connects to a different magic portal underneath the New Japan ring. So, we're not entirely sure about that, but that's definitely something you should look into.
Just saying, it'd be kind of messed up if his brother is not over there,
I mean, hey, look, not all brothers get along, dude. Look at the history between Kane and Undertaker. That's all you need to understand about that.
That's very true.
That's New Japan's Kane and Undertaker, Hornswoggle and Dave Finlay Jr.
All right. Anyway, Scott, I believe you had something you wanted to say as well.
Yes. All right. Well, I'll do a quick take on it. I have a Scott take, which this is really good, but I'll do this one a quick take real quick first. Matt Hardy has spoken, and he said they are done with NXT, and says stuff is lining up for WWE. So,
all right,
we could be getting the Hardy Boys back to WWE for their final run, because I know they said they wanted to do a final run with WWE before they retired.
Jeff always said he wanted to end his career at WrestleMania.
So what you're saying is there's a potential for a Hardy Boy farewell tour.
Maybe not a farewell tour, but more of like a one last match.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess the big question on that one would be,
who do they fight?
Who do we want? Who do we want to see them again?
Maybe. I was gonna say the Bloodline, but now upon further thinking, I don't think that's the best course of action. Oh, dude, the Guns, Motor City Machine Guns, or DIY.
Either the Guns or DIY. Maybe the New Day.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how they would string it together, but I feel like it'd be appropriate for this. I kind of want to see them versus the Usos.
Usos will be good. One set of brothers going up against another.
They're at least on speaking terms now, I think.
No, yeah, Jimmy and Jay are.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Jimmy and Jay are cool.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
you know,
Jay's been
But they're
compared
on
to
like
Jeff Hardy.
aren't they like technically on two separate brands now?
They are. Jay is on Raw, Jimmy's on SmackDown.
yeah, but like, let's be real, man. If
That
they
means
really
nothing.
want to, they can finagle that to work.
No, yeah, that
for,
can very easily be a WrestleMania match. Like,
for a farewell Hardy
Yeah.
match.
like, I could
come
see
on.
like the Hardys would come back like maybe a month or so before Mania. Not even a month, maybe like 2 weeks before Mania, because we're basically a month out.
Yeah.
Shit, no,
Here's
we are
my-
exactly a month out from WrestleMania.
We are.
Wow.
So, like, I could see the Hardys showing up like at Raw or SmackDown in a week or two. Be like, hey, you know, we want one last match before we retire at WrestleMania, and we want the Usos to be that match, you know, and then
Here's my question.
you don't
though.
even need a storyline. It could literally just be like, hey,
Yeah.
we pick them to be our final match.
Here's my question, though. Do they make it a tables, ladders, and chairs match? Because, like, those are the matches that the Hardys are the most famous for.
Yes,
I
you have
mean,
to.
Yeah,
I feel like at least a ladder match or something
yeah,
like that.
or a tables
Yeah.
match.
You know, it's just fitting. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's gonna.
Unless
I
they
don't know that specifically they'll do it this year because everybody kind of already knows what they're doing for this year's WrestleMania, but maybe next year.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe
Like,
next
they could turn around and say this year, and it could be the New Day. Because at least the New Day are heels, and like that would make sense to have that match.
Yeah,
I also like. I do hope they do a tour instead of just one last match because, like, I do want to see them do a final deletion against the Wyatt Six.
Mm.
that would be great.
I need final deletion 5, please.
That would be great.
Featuring Brother Nero.
Featuring Brother Nero, yeah.
Yeah, like he gets thrown into the lake of reincarnation. Jeff comes back as Brother Nero. He pushes Nikki Cross into the lake of reincarnation. She comes back as Nikki the
ASH.
superhero. Yeah.
She throws him into the water. He comes out as Willow.
No.
He comes out as Willow. No. She throws Matt into the water. He comes back as
Broken Matt
Angelic.
Hardy.
No, I was gonna say it's
Okay.
Angelic Diablo.
Okay.
No,
I'll
I
mute
just
him.
want-
He's not gonna stop.
I just want
He's
Broken
on
Matt
a
Hardy
roll.
back.
Anyway, let's
So yeah. I'm gonna say the Scott take. I simply love this Scott take because I was just simply cracking up when I saw this. We get to mention another sport within this Scott take. It has to do with another sport, and it also has to do about Tony Khan. So this Scott take goes to Bill Simmons, sports analyst, critic, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned his name before in this podcast with a Scott take.
I don't recollect.
All right, shut up.
I think I remember that name, but Bill Simmons says the reason the Jacksonville Jaguars are struggling in the NFL is because of is what Tony Khan is doing with AEW.
Well, what does that have to do with the Jaguars?
What does that have to do with Jacksonville whatsoever?
Like,
I have
Tony has no say on the team.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did I miss the memo where John Moxley became the starting quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I mean,
Nah,
have you seen how Trevor Lawrence has been playing? He might do better.
Oh God. I don't know.
Moxley's more of like an inside linebacker than a.
That's fair.
I don't understand the mindset.
I don't see the connection there. Like, yes,
especially since the father expressed that he doesn't give a shit.
not even that. It's like he doesn't. Tony has no say in the team anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, he doesn't.
I thought he had absolute zero to begin with.
Like what? Like I'm not understanding what this take is.
Yeah, I missed the logic behind.
Yeah,
Like,
that's just dumb.
Is that the
That's
Scott
the
take that
point.
he's a fucking idiot? Like,
That's the Scott take.
okay.
The Scott takes is
Yeah.
stupid shit. It's
Okay, yeah, no.
That's what it's about. Stupid
Yeah.
shit people say about wrestling. And
Okay.
I'm actually, you don't understand. I'm defending. I don't know. I know why. I'm actually defending AEW on this one.
You're
No,
defending Tony
for a
Khan. I
minute,
think there's a
pause for-
difference.
No, pause for a minute. Pause for a minute. Scott, before we got on the air tonight, what did you tell me
Yes.
about Scott take? That it was going to be really bad.
Well,
right?
yeah,
It would be really bad.
No,
It
it's
is
not.
bad.
One of the
That, I
stupidest
think
ones.
you misunderstood what he meant by bad. Like, he didn't mean that he was gonna bug the fuck out. He meant that this guy is a
I
fucking
was
idiot.
expecting
Yeah.
Like a
a
crash out.
classic Scott Bash crash out
A bash
Over-
out, if you will.
over a
Crash
take.
Yeah.
We're all
That's
gonna
not what
have
these
this,
Scott takes have been about. I haven't been flipping out on these Scott
No.
takes.
main event level argument.
No, this is more
Um,
just he's calling out fucking someone for saying something stupid.
This is
I call people out for saying stuff
God.
stupid. That's the Scott take. I've expressed this
Yeah.
before.
had as stupid of takes as this, and that's Skip frickin' Bayless. Like,
Oh my god, I can't wait if he gets into the wrestling business. I would love to. I'd love to have Scott takes on him. That would be great.
Skip Bayless.
On Skip Bayless, I gotta see if he ever talks about WWE.
Oh
That would be
my
great
God.
to hear.
I don't think he has.
Probably
I don't
not.
think he ever has. I think Shannon Sharp has said more about professional wrestling than Skip Bayless has.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually commented on John Cena turning heel.
Yeah, that was crazy, but that was funny as hell. By the way,
Yeah.
you know
Right?
it's big if Shannon Sharp.
I like
is
Shannon Sharp.
talking about it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Is it even worth saying like
Yes, it's worth
No.
expressing the stupidity.
no? AEW is not, the
Responsible
reason
for the downfall of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Jaguars are responsible for the downfall of the Jaguars?
No,
Yeah.
the Jaguars are responsible for the downfall of AEW.
The
And the
Jaguars.
Jaguars as well.
Because if Shahid Khan never gave birth to Tony Khan, then we wouldn't have AEW in the state that it's in.
So you're saying
We'd have
This-
some other rich billionaire fucking up AEW.
So what you're saying is someone needs to do a Terminator and go back in time and assassinate Shahid Khan.
Yeah.
It's just very sad because knowing this guy is like your thing is sports. Like this is something very basic. If you're like the knowing who's in control of what is something a sports like a guy who's directly into sports. That's something you should know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Evidently
And
not.
that something's a completely
Unless
different
he's like
brand.
implying that Tony fucked up the Jaguars so bad when he was part of the team that it's still like trickle
Okay.
effect kind of thing.
Here's,
That's the only
here's
thing
my-
I could think of, but like explain that shit then.
Here's my question: how much of a pull did Tony Khan have in the
I don't
Jacksonville
fucking
Jaguars?
know.
How much
All
of
I
a
know
pull
is
did
all I know
actually
is that his father fucking kicked him out because everyone was pissed at him.
He probably had the same amount of pull Steve Jones has with his dad and Jerry Jones, but nothing. He's just there.
Yeah.
No, but
If he
he's
was
in,
part
like,
of the
It's more,
Jaguars.
it's like
Yeah.
he's in his dad's ear, be like, "Oh, do this, do that,"
Yeah, but
Like that's probably the extent of it. Like he had no official pull, but like
I mean, when
what I heard
AEW shuts down in the next few years, then yeah,
It's
he
not
will
gonna
bring
shut
the
down.
Jaguars down.
AEW's not
but-
going to shut down.
no, unless either that. The only thing I could
Please.
think of is that either Tony fucked up Royal when he was allowed in the fucking office, or he's implying that Shahid Khan giving Tony the money for AEW screwed over the Jaguars.
Okay, but also, like, where was that money going to go then?
Yeah, it's like salary caps exist. Like what the fuck?
Like, are we seriously thinking he just took money out of the Jacksonville Jaguars salary cap so that Tony
Yeah.
could go and play with
Imagine.
his wrestling action figures? Like,
You know,
What
that's
is he
Maybe-
what AEW is
Maybe
at
he
this point.
wanted the really vintage ones. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why he
God.
hired everyone that got fired from WWE.
but and so I don't know, man. I don't know.
That was a fun Scott take, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It was
Yeah, we
funny.
got to shit on AEW.
It wasn't even that. It was.
No, we
Not
didn't
even
really
any of that. We
shit
get to
on
shit on
people.
Tony Khan.
Yeah.
I
Again,
don't
it wasn't even
shitting on
that. I
anyone,
can't
and I love
explain it.
shitting on
That's
Tony.
why I enjoyed it.
Because exploiting out stupid people on saying stupid things, it's very fun to do.
That's fair.
And I feel like sports people don't really do that. They're more afraid to, or it doesn't really get publicized as much. So
Yeah.
You have
Anyway.
anything
just
else
trying to
for
bring
us, Sir
something.
Scott?
I don't believe so.
No. Other than Drew McIntyre says he has talked with The Rock and he says great things are coming ahead, but that could mean anything. That could
Faction,
mean a third member in Drew.
maybe.
Yeah. Have him claim more Travis Scott.
Oh God, please
Does he
don't.
have
Nah, Cody's gonna handle that.
Because what's Drew's thing? I'm not doing anything. I need to do something for WrestleMania.
He's
Isn't
gonna
that what
start a
he
new 3-man band.
didn't he flip? Didn't was that a different wrestler or didn't he just flip out because he wasn't a part of anything? All the
No, I'm
spots
pretty
are
sure that
gotten
was
taken up.
Drew. I'm pretty sure
Him
that
and
was
Damien
Drew.
are probably the road for WrestleMania for them.
No, yeah, Drew got all pissed off because from something with WrestleMania. Not WrestleMania. The Royal Rumble,
Yes.
because something with someone getting their moves in caused him to get eliminated. But I don't know if that was like a work or not.
I don't know.
Because I was like, I don't see how that makes sense. But whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm pretty sure it was a work. Anyway,
All
He's
right.
good at that.
So, kind of a quick one tonight. Kind of a quick little episode tonight, but that's maybe what happens when you have a bunch of old men at 10 o'clock at night.
oh,
doing
I'm
a podcast.
sorry. I wake up for work at fucking 3:30 in the morning. You could eat my ass.
Jesus.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
up since
All right,
like
scratch
5.
that. That's what happens when you have three older gentlemen and one bitter old gentleman on a podcast.
I'm not that old. I don't know what the
Hey
fuck
Cap,
you're talking
hey Cap, you
about.
see that? Sit on it and spin.
Yeah, I know.
Francis,
I'm number
you're balding. You're old.
I have no. That's not
one.
age.
I'm
That's
number
just
one. Yeah, I
that's
know.
faulty genetics.
Faulty genetic.
Yeah.
This has literally just been an hour straight of us just crashing out on each other.
It was an hour
Yeah.
straight of you being a cuck and me trying to explain that to you.
And then
Followed
me
by a
shutting you
couple of
down. Oh, that's a record. Wait, did he kick himself?
Oh god. Oh god. All right, stop doing it. I gotta finish the show. All right.
Oh god.
Anyway, guys, we want to thank you for joining us tonight. Just a reminder, once again, April 5th, Warriors of Wrestling, Hostile Takeover. I'm going to keep saying it until April 5th. We are going to be there. Come down, say hi to us, watch some kick-ass wrestling.
Smack
It's going to be
Francis around.
awesome. We want to thank you for watching tonight. If you liked what you saw, be sure to follow us here on Twitch. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube page where the VODs are up the very next day. And be sure to follow us on our Instagram and our TikTok page as well for daily wrestling content at The Push Wrestling. But for all of us here at The Push, my name is Cap.
I'm Dom.
Not Bash.
Fuck you, Cap.
Ring that bell for me, Dom.